Hello everyone, hope you have an amazing day. And today we are here for some post chapter 2 talk and some gacha for Fu Hua's outfit, Garuda's outfit, which looks very similar to Onyx Emerald. And also doing some cheeky little pulls for her stigma set because I don't have any of them. So yeah, without any further delay, let's begin. And first we are gonna pull for Fu Hua's outfit. Like, look how good she looks with this. This is the best outfit that they have released so far. Yeah, and as always, the first one is free. But it doesn't matter because the first one and yeah, second one is for 160 and it also doesn't matter because the outfit starts from 4th or 5th pool. Oh, well, I got 5 for the artifact, stigma stat banner, so it's good thing. And now the third pool. Let's see what we get. Okay, special outfit supply. Okay, that's nice. And now it's fourth pool. And what do we have here? Oh, okay, it's good. And now we have chance of getting the outfit early. I don't think it will happen, but yeah, let's just see. Okay. Oh, ancient legacy materials. Like, this was a waste. I didn't want that. So yeah. And I don't know which pool this is. This is 6th pool. Yeah, this is 6th pool. Oh, ancient willpower. Okay. So now it is coming here. Now we only have 4 things left. Let's just see. I hope to save. Like, I don't want the outfit to be the last one, you know. Only these 3 are left, but yeah, I would like that if outfit dropped right now. In that way, I would have some more gems for her stigma. Okay. Well, stigma resonance, it's alright. And now it's between the box and the outfit. Let's see what I get. And it's the box. Okay. And now it's the outfit, the only one that remains. Well, I wanted to see a 10 pool for her stigma, but it's alright. Outfit obtained. Look how gorgeous she looks in this one. And yeah, and also I would like to do some cheeky stigma pulls. Let's just see if I'm lucky or not. I just want 2 stigmas. I can get the third one from box. No. What is this? This is my 3rd weapon. Why do I only get the weapons, man? That's not funny. Okay. No. Again. Oh, that's value on us. But no. Now, if only I had value on her. But it's alright. Now A stigma, please. I would like a stigma. Okay, okay. And no, not this one. I meant Fu Hua stigma. What is this? Who even uses this? Okay. Who is this? Star impression. Oh, Griseo. Well. Oh. Looks like I will have to do singles now. Ah, man. See how bad of a luck I have with Fu Hua. I got her outfit at the very last moment, and now it seems like I will have a hard time getting even one of her stigma. Oh man, again a weapon. I don't need that. And Key of Ascension, I mean, that's outdated. At least give me some relevant weapon. I mean, so is Veliona's weapon, but don't tell her that. Okay. And this is the fourth one. Oh no. How many more do I have to get? This is just awful now. Yeah. What is this? I wish I could bring weapon into wishing well. You know. Okay. And finally I got the stigma. Oh. So now it's it's a race to, I mean, now I guess if I could get one of these two in these 7 days, which I don't think is possible, but hey, I have 5 weapons, so stranger things can happen. Okay. Hey, at least I have a single stigma of Fu Hua. Now I will have to save till her rerun. Yeah. Well, don't you love when things like this happen? And yeah, her stigma, she can finally have. Okay. I'm not gonna refine it right now because you know these are just holder pieces. I don't wanna use the box right now because who knows, maybe I could get lucky. And yeah, see, finally the outfit.
ですが、動くときに邪魔にならなければ構いませんよ。
The outfit that Sandy herself designed, and look at how gorgeous she looks. This is perfection, like 10 out of 10. See, this one is your childhood friend, and this one is when your childhood friend matures. You get my point? This one is what's up bro, and this one is oh, are you free tonight? You guys get my point, right? I really like this outfit and I am so happy that I got that and a stigma because oh, I didn't change it.
珍しい形で
Yeah, because you see this? I have now 4 weapons. I mean, I can get Lee here, but it's alright. It's alright. Now that we have succeeded in Gacha, let's talk about chapter 2 and over to Oxia. And now on to some part 2 talk. And yeah, let's just and let me make one thing clear. I really love Honkai Impact's story, okay? It is the best Hoyover story. With that out of the way, the first 2 chapters of this part 2 has been disappointing. Like, I get the feeling that I have saturated with Hoyover stories because it is following the same pattern as Genshin and Star Winters. Like, we will have a cast of characters and we will leave them in a certain unknown location which they have no relation to. Just they will interfere with it and solve their problem and move to next location. Now, see, it was cool at first. When it was Genshin, it was new, and then it was Star Rail, and it was also fun because it was space. But I think that was my saturation level because now they are doing the same thing with part 2, and I'm like, oh, just please stop. I don't want to play this game anymore. And something is just not clicking with me, right? And I already feel that there are 7 characters too many at this point in this game. And it would only, to prove my point, I am more excited about a character's outfit from a part 1 who is irrelevant in part 2 and who I can't even use except for Abyss Cycle when fire is required, and that too will become unnecessary once Lantern comes next patch. So I'm still excited about that character. I'm talking about Garuda, by the way, and not the new ones. It just shows just that something is not clicking, right? And the thing that is, and I also get the feeling that about this whole Langshu storyline is just, why should I care? Why? Like I said, I wouldn't have this type of questions if wouldn't have been exposed to this kind of format variety. But now that they are doing this in 3rd game running, it's just so with this little rant out of the way, let's continue with chapter 2. And that's that's one of the reason why I'm not posting chapter 2 like I did with chapter 1. I have just zero interest in this game right now and story of this game, and I am gonna give, I know they can get their act together, but I'm gonna give them chance till like 8.3, a full 1 year, because they have earned my trust and I am gonna be generous with them. If it would have been any other game, I would have been just like, stop playing it already. But yeah, it's just, if they continue telling the story like this, I may just drop off the game and watch some other streamers or content creators and keep up with story once in a while, things like that. And with that out of the way, the chapter 2 started with started where we ended, and we had Lantern visiting Baiju's distant cousin Baiji. I say distant cousin because he shares the same cough, and I think it's some kind of hereditary disease that runs into the family. But yeah, he was talking about something like a calamity that is gonna happen, that happened so many years ago. That happened so many years ago, and I was like, why just move on? It happens. And we learned that Lantern is gonna hunt the persons responsible for this, and they were obviously our group, because why would it not be? And so we have Lantern chasing us like a mad dog in whole of chapter 2, and I don't get her. Like, you can just talk with her, why is the need to be so violent? I just don't get her. And so yeah, and then we had meanwhile our group was going to wake all the shoes up, because they were the ones who were responsible for containing the calamity. So Song Chu suggests that we wake them all one by one, and then they can prevent the calamity like they did all these years ago. And Perception also agrees with Song Chu. So we go in our merry way to wake up all the shows. And we start off with the creepy child, Serapium, who is a cult leader and who brainwashes everyone to save them. That is what the cult leader does, right? So we go there, we encounter some problems as everyone except Dreamseeker and Songchuo gets possessed by Serapium, and they become one with her, metaphorically. And then Lantern finally catches up with the group and decides to eliminate the group without even talking. Like, what? Like any sane person would do, right? So then, due to Songchu's idiotness, because of her buns sticking out, Lantern could see Dreamseeker and Songchu, and none of them can fight, right? So they had to run away from her. And while we were on the run, our senpai says that we have to get help from our teammates, because we can't always keep running, right? So in order to wake our teammates, we once again visit that creepy child's cult base, and then we gaslight our teammates into waking up. And as we were waking up, Lantern once again catches up with us, and we have a small glimpse of what the boss fight would be, with Senna and others fighting. And then Serapium stops the fight. She says that she doesn't want to see our party harmed. So Lantern goes, because she has no brain and she respects the rule, but she respects the host's house, but she still wants to kill people. So yeah, whatever her deal is. And then that was Act 1. And in Act 2, after waking up the creepy child, we go up to wake up Songchu's wife, Thelema, and we look down into her history while Lantern is also chasing us, and she manages to kidnap Aunt Perception because of Donigue's wolf dog cat thingies. He is the most sussiest of characters. But yeah, once she catches up with Perception, she leaves the group and goes off with Lantern, while the rest of the group is searching for a way to awake Thelema. And we go down the memory lane, learning who Thelema is. And just as we were gonna awaken Thelema, Lantern catches up with us and prepares to fight, but is interrupted by Thelema, like, who are you to fight in my house? Who gave you the permission? And things like that. And she strictly, and she just banishes Lantern away from her home. And then and now we have awakened all the Sus, and now only two of them remain. That was Aunt Perception and Sumptuous Master Baiji. So with Thelema awakened, we make our way to Perception's house, and we found out that Ajita was somehow dead and was in Sea of Data. That was a big reveal. That was the only thing I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, I was like, oh, okay, she's dead. Whatever. And then that was Act 2. And with Perception dead, Sumptuous' mind was completely broken. She became brainwashed and was like, how can we defeat this calamity now? It was because of these 7 shoes. Not counting her, the 6 shoes. And one of them is already dead. And apparently, Ajita was very powerful and was the pivotal figure along with Baiji in containing that shadow. So she goes on to little mental breakdown trips once in a while, and we go back to Oxia to report all of this to our senpai. Meanwhile, Baiji is held in a place by 7 chains, and every time a Su awakens, one of his chains break. And we can see that he is holding something like some sort of monster away from this whole Langshu and Oxia. And as the Sus are awakening, the bond between them, the bond that holds the monster is getting weaker. And as a result, Baiji is also able to awaken, or should I say, quote unquote awaken, because he was always awake but unable to move. But now, as all the chains broke, he was free to move, and he decides to handle this. And then we cut to Oxia, where Lantern invades Oxia, and Senpai quickly teleports our team back to Langshu and does some negotiation with Lantern. And back in Langshu, we prepare a trap for Lantern, which obviously doesn't work because we need a boss fight, and we have a boss fight. But I gotta say, this boss fight was pretty amazing, because it took a few tries, because it was a solo Sanadina offer, and she was like a cheap cheater who just kept hitting. And it was, I couldn't even use the healing packets that she dropped. I don't know what happened. Every time I picked it up, my health won't be restored, and I wasn't even getting hit. So it took a few tries because of it. And it was a good fight. I was very engaged in it. And then we defeat Lantern, but even then she was like, I'm defeated, so what? I'm still gonna kill you. And she decides to kill Dreamseeker. But Baiji arrives at the moment, and he's like, I knew you were idiot. And he says that enough of games, and we have to get rid of the shadow. And he kidnaps Shangchua and takes Lantern with him. So we found out that apparently the key to solving this problem was Shangchua all along. And it is nice, because she was the only character that I even cared about something. And I was like, if they release her battle suit, I might pull for her, because at this point I'm skipping Lantern also. So I'm like, okay, so we are gonna get her as a playable version maybe in 7.5 or 7.6 after this arc is over. and she can fight, because it seemed like pointing to that direction, that now Sangchue is gonna get some powers and she is gonna fight with that monster in the final battle of this arc. So, and another interest, so that was all of chapter 2. And another interesting thing about this chapter was, during the lantern fight, Senadina used some power which allowed which allowed her, because she was the only one fighting, to use the astral ring infinitely, and that caused some sort of burden on her, and she was not feeling okay, but she was hiding it. And that was a small tease. That was a good small tease, but like I said, that's what it all was, a good small tease. And if their previous 2 games are gonna, are indication of anything, we are not gonna get answer of this for like next 2 to 3 years, and I am not patient enough to wait for that long. So yeah, I hope we find out more about that in next arc. That's it for chapter 2. And like I said, like you guys might have guessed from the amount of enthusiasm that I had describing this chapter, I really didn't care much about that. So yeah, there's another reason why I'm giving them 1 year and hoping that the story interests me, because I like the 4 characters, the 4 main characters which are gonna be part 2, like Hylia, Coralie, their dynamics. Like, I like our great dark demon lord Coralie-sama, and also Dudandal's number 1 fan. No, the number 1 fan is Shusheng, but yeah, who is always in competition with Shusheng, Hylia. And the chemistry between Dreamseeker and Senadina is also very good. As you guys can see right now here, we have Senadina's weapon in our house. They are practical. They are literally roommates. And yeah, we haven't gotten to that point, right? But after this arc, obviously she's gonna shift into Dreamseeker's house, and then they're gonna be roommates, as the legend says. But yeah, I really like these 4 characters, and I want to follow that journey like I did with the original trio. But that's also another thing that is like bothering me right now. It's like the story is too focused on other things rather than personal characters. It's a whole like saving the world, this thing is ending, what do we do? Like we have in Genshin, like, oh, the nations is ending, oh, the continent is gonna have some sort of catastrophe, oh, what should we do? Rather than finding our sibling or any character growth for Lumin. And Star Rail is also like that, but they changed their stuff in Penacony. It took them 1 year. So that's another reason for giving part 2 also chance. That long of a chance. It also started like that. Star Rail, like, oh, the world is ending, oh, what should we do, oh, this and that and all that BS, and no character development for Stell except she loves stress. Yeah. And what about the Stellar Insider? No one knows. It's stuff like that. And Penacony was, and that's why Penacony is different, because in that, they were also like, they were never like, oh, the dream is, they were like, dream is getting destroyed and the world is danger as always, but it was not the main focus. The main focus was Trailblazer and her trauma after that Firefly scene, and how it was all character focused, and not only Trailblazer, all like Acheron's motive, Aventurines, and you guys get the point, right? So I like that. But yeah, this is still early days, and I'm hopeful that they are gonna shift into that more once this introductory arc concludes. As I said in the beginning of chapter 2, there are 7 characters too many at this point, and the way they are releasing S rank characters every patch, yeah, it leads to me that I'm gonna be disappointed in next 1 year, because they are just gonna release new character for the sake of it with no character development, just getting a screen time for like one act or something and then forgetting about them, like like they do with Star Rail and Genshin Impact. And I don't want that to happen with this. It has always been the story about the it was all I liked Honkai Impact because it cared for its characters, right? Because we get to show character development for all of them. But it was possible because there was a very small cast for Act 1. In Part 1. And in Part 2, there are already like 14 characters. That is just exaggeration. It's like 10 or something like that. Because there are males, and males are not playable, and one of them is dead. So yeah, there's like 10 characters, 10 or 11 characters already, new characters, not counting the old one like Himeko cosplaying, Ai-chan cosplaying as Himeko, and Vita. They are completely different entities, and yeah, I am also holding on hope that Vita will be playable one day. That is also one of the reason for giving them a one chance, a 1 year window, because Vita is very good character and they did such a nice job with her in 1.5. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see more of her in getting involved after this prologue act ends. But yeah, the way they have handled this prologue, it doesn't have, it is not filling me with optimism, but I'm still holding on hope that they won't introduce new characters like this and focus on what they already have. It's just a personal thing. Maybe many of you guys are enjoying this video and enjoying this type of storytelling, and I am the only one. It may be this, but yeah, this is what I feel about it right now. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the first part of the video. The second part was just my personal rant. But yeah, if you guys also feel the same way, make sure to comment, because I would like to know. And yeah, see you guys next time. Maybe with a reaction for some cutscene or something like that, because 7.5 is, what 7.5? Because 7.5 is arc finale, so maybe we'll get a cutscene, or maybe we'll get some cool boss fight, who knows. Maybe this time I will also put a boss fight and talk while boss fight is playing in the background. I should have done that, but I was so upset that it didn't cross my mind. So yeah, see you guys next time. Bye.